Well, we are just now 15 days away from the 150th running. Well, that's Derby week starting for the Kentucky Derby in Churchill Downs. Big opening night in just 15 days. That event is going to be unparalleled in style. Joining me is the diva of all style. I've been waiting to say that. Eric King and Tanya.
I knew you were going to do that.
To tell us what's happening here. Guys, I'm so excited about this, and I'm so happy to have you on because I know that you're just in the middle of all this madness right now.
It's marathon time.
Yeah.
That's why I came in my street clothes, because we are running straight toward the Derby, and we think in terms of the countdown to the Derby, right? It's 23 days.
Yeah.
And then you say 15 to opening night, and it gets real. Like, that is upon us.
Well, I remember when we were saying 150 days when we started that countdown,
crazy?
and then
January.
like a week later it was 40 days. Like it's just been speeding by.
Well, Tanya, you've been kind of inside the loop planning all the details of not only opening night the whole week, which you're going to go into, but let's begin with opening night because Eric and I are back to kick off that event again this year. And I know we've already been talking about it nonstop. We just cannot wait because we don't even know all the details yet.
Well, you guys have become such a big part of that tradition, and we look forward to having you there. And this year will be completely amplified, like everything for Derby week this year. First of all, for the first time ever,
Eric will be amplified too.
I'm just there to
expect
match what
nothing less.
Claudia has on.
He's gonna be ready.
That's it.
Well, yes, so get your fashions in order because once again, we're celebrating fashion through the decades this year. We're encouraging people to wear the classic Derby colors, gold, black, red, but really anything goes. And what's been so fun about this lead up to the 150th Derby is all of the ways that we've been like looking back and just paying homage to the history while preparing for what Derby looks like moving forward. So we're just taking a look at fashion through the decades and really those classic looks, like what styles of hats people wore in the 20s and the 40s and the 60s and how it can all be sort of reinvented for modern times in a contemporary way.
It really has through the fashion this year too.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen a lot of people sort of going a throwback, more of a vintage look. And for the first time ever on opening night, we are doing the post position draw. And so that will be live on opening night where you'll see the qualifying horses pull their position number. That used to be a private event that happened Derby week. So now we'll know those numbers earlier.
I love that for an opening night event because that is always, well, we've covered it, in news, and I always thought this is so dramatic. This should be like on the main stage.
Yeah.
And it is.
It will be. It absolutely will be. So it is dramatic, and now we'll make it even more so. We love a dramatic moment, right?
We do.
Eric loves it.
Well, and it gives people the opportunity to start planning how they're going to bet a little bit earlier because, the reality is we like to say that we're highly educated on horse betting, which some of us aren't. So those of us who aren't, it gives us more time to do some legwork.
Yeah, Eric, do you know which starting gate has never won the Derby?
16.
You're right. Oh, I thought I could stump him.
How did you know that?
I know things.
Oh,
That's
man,
absolutely
you did.
right.
I drink bourbon and I know things.
And I look good.
There's a lot of interest in what numbers these horses will run. So that's exciting.
Especially if it's one of the favorites that are coming in, it's already getting a lot of fanfare, getting, post position 16s, being like, wah, wah.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed.
Don't you wish you could assign them to according to how people have treated you? Like this jockey was not nice to me, so you get 16.
And that's what I would like to do.
Like they used to do in us Miss Kentucky. If you didn't sell ads, you had to go first.
No loser pizza for you.
It'll be all of the moment. Very exciting. A huge production. So celebrating fashion and looking forward to that moment.
We'll have a fashion show that we're going to kind of preview. Jordan's here in the studio with a preview of that later. And I love too, every year you're always incorporating community. And there's always that community aspect. I mean, a big nod to art in the community. How is that going to kind of transcend this year?
On opening night, our nod to art will also be through fashion, and that will be with KMAC, our partner. So yes, Rhodes will be showing looks to inspire what to wear on Derby Day, and KMAC will have a more avant-garde, artistic. So KMAC Couture is this weekend, and their sort of curated prompt for the artist was Run for the Roses, and so Runway for the Roses, actually. So the looks that will walk the runway this weekend at KMAC Couture, some of them will be on location opening night, and so you can see those. And they're all through unconventional materials, and they're incredible to see in person and to see movement. So they'll be there with us also on opening night. And then we go into the rest of Derby week, which is just as action-packed and just as exciting.
And then the week begins.
Right.
It's always one of those right after opening night. It's like, oh, I'm so tired. tired, but I have a whole week now, right? Like
Exactly.
it's a marathon.
Well,
that
it's so
week.
interesting too.
So great.
Obviously, all of us have known each other for years, but you and I have known each other for more than 20 at this point. So I know what your workload is. I'm surprised to even see you in April. I just assume that I'm not going to see Tanya in April and May. So the fact that you're even here able to talk about this shows that you've got a lot going on and you're apparently doing it quite well.
You're doing
Well,
it so well.
a lot of work has gone into this from the entire team, from the construction element to sort of planning all of these pieces and the operational piece, luckily, I'm not in charge of. And at this point, you hope everything goes as planned, and we're in execution mode now and trying to enjoy it, too.
When you look around that paddock, though, Tanya, don't you go, my gosh, I can't wait to get all those people in there and like look around and say, welcome to the 150th Kentucky Derby. I think it's such a statement and a testament to Churchill Downs to say, look what we did to bring even more people in to enjoy what we offer here.
It really is an awe-inspiring piece of architecture, and so much thought went into the way that this works and how it affects the flow of traffic and how it affects what you see when you walk through the gates and appreciate that legacy of the Twin Spires. And what I love about this year is we all know what it looks like now, but we don't know how it's going to function yet. And so much of the energy of the Derby happens in that paddock. And so, on 5-0 Tuesday, on Champions Day, those will be, on opening night, those will be really the practice sessions. And for many people, that's their Derby. And you now see on those days, Tuesday and Wednesday, people are more turned out than they are for Oaks and Derby because that is their day at the track. And I love to see that. So
and all those big days are back, right? Like, take us through the week. What are the things that are back?
5-0 Tuesday is back for the second year. And I love that because that's the morning I get to spend with you. And it really is a thank you to the community that has made it possible to do this for 150 years. And so this year, we're celebrating the organizations in Louisville that have been around for a century and a half like us. There are not many of them, but there are some institutions that you'll recognize, and so we'll be paying tribute to them.
I would have never thought about going that route.
Isn't that
really
That's
interesting?
A great idea. Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. And honestly, Business First helped us sort of go through those archives and identify, what would work there. And so we'll be looking forward to that. And then Champions Day on Wednesday has become the day to really celebrate all that is thoroughbred racing. But we're giving it a little twist this year, and we partnered with we're partnered with great champions of Kentucky in other sports arenas. So, we're working with the Kentucky Sports Association. They're going to be announcing their Hall of Fame that night, and we'll get up close and personal with those champions and talk about their experiences. So we'll just sort of move directions to other sports that night, and I think people will appreciate that as well.
I'm excited.
It's going to be so
of course,
great.
Derby.
And then Derby's back,
Our
right?
11th year of Derby. And, when you hear this is 11 years, it feels so ingrained in our Derby Week culture now. It's like Derby feels like
Oaks has gotten so big. It was brilliant to create that.
And so now that is in its 11th year, but it feels like it's been with us for the long haul. So Derby
and
is...
you're back with all your great sponsors again, Woodford Reserve. I know we've seen like sneak peeks of the bottle to the $1 million mint julep now. Are we up to $1 million yet?
I think we're still at 5,000, but I'm sure the million's coming.
I just really jumped it there.
We were talking about that in our newscast yesterday morning. I was like, can you finance this? Can you, instead of $5,000 up front, can it be like 5 easy payments of $1,000?
Right.
We'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah, Eric wants a layaway. But what they did do this year is they partnered with Baccarat for a special Woodford Reserve bottle, and this was the one that they made at the track, at the finish line over the last several years. And so I can't talk you through all the flavors. They're really good at that, but it's a very specific taste, and that bottle is $15,000, and it is in a custom design case. It's really, really special.
We'll take 2.
We will. Charge it to the station. We got it.
Ask about any secrets, like who's singing, who's showing up.
National
See if she'll tell us.
I mean, what can you tell us? Because I know you put a little birdie in my ear about national anthem and anybody else that you can tell us. Can do Riders Up?
There is an announcement tomorrow.
Okay.
For national anthem, and I will say it is very recognizable, very bluegrass. State of Kentucky celebrated artist, Grammy-winning artist.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who has reinvented themselves over and over. Powerhouse voice. It is going to be a moment.
Okay.
So we announce that tomorrow. And then,
is it true that Eric's going to do the Riders Up call?
Do I have to break the news that we've
heard that? I heard that.
We announced recently a partnership with Martha Stewart. And
I saw that,
when people see Martha, they don't necessarily think horse racing, but
I
they
think Snoop Dogg.
I do now.
I know everybody wants to know if Snoop Dogg will be coming with her. But what she is obviously this iconic, she's an iconic lifestyle curator. And so really the partnership with her is about planning those at-home derby parties. And so she created this at-home derby menu. And Martha will be on site with us, and she'll have some special moments as well.
You heard it here.
I just like the way she says.
KJ Live breaking some news.
I just like the way she says herbs. Herbs. All these herbs and spices.
Well, yeah, we don't know if she and Snoop will be bringing their herbs. But everyone loves Martha. She's like multi-generational and
powerhouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Powerhouse.
And then we
thank
did
you
our
so
first
much.
ever style guide this year, which Rose was a part of, and that was our first ever official style guide. So, but not that people need us to tell them what to wear to the Derby.
No, but the
people,
styles in it, it was a beautiful throwback of vintage to what's now. It was gorgeous.
Well, it's inspiration because I'm not
Yes.
naturally fashion forward. I don't think that way until
you
I
are,
see.
Eric.
Well, it's because
Yes,
I
you
see
are.
things.
Yeah.
You show me something, I was like, oh, I can do that. So that's why those things come in handy for somebody like
That's
me.
the goal. That's
Yeah.
the goal. Is you see it, you like it, you
see
sort of
it, like it,
recreate your
love
own
it.
version of it.
All right. Any more secrets you want to drop here? You can just do it. It's just me and Eric.
Well, I did hear yesterday one of the probably most famous people currently in pop culture will be joining us. So I cannot reveal yet, but
Oh, we're going to start guessing. I
Yeah.
see you looking. I see you're ready to start
This
asking.
ain't Texas.
oh no.
No.
that would be
I
great.
did say
Let's start
people.
that
I
over.
didn't say queen. Okay. Okay. So this is a human being.
That
It's
would be
not-
great. Now you got us all thinking. All right.
So lots of fun things coming up.
my
I mean,
God, I
we're 15
can't
days away,
wait.
but every day there's another fun excitement. And really what I encourage the public to do is take a look at that Derby Week schedule and find out what's for you, what fits for you.
I just thought of somebody that could be. I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you later. Oh my gosh, you got us all like fired up now, Tanya. Thank you so
Well, it's such
much.
an exciting
right?
time, yeah.
It is an exciting time. We're already planning our outfits and our coordination. We can't wait to be there. Right, I'm just excited to work with Eric again and be out there. It is. It's just one of those moments, and him and I have said every single year when we sit on that set, we have turned around and we've looked up at the Twin Spires and we've looked around us and we almost get teary-eyed every time. We've both said to each other, we are so lucky
Can you
to
believe?
be here. We're so happy to be there with you all, and we just feel blessed that you would ask us to, keep coming back. It's a moment. I know that him and I, we're always like in awe of what you all do.
And then we miss our cues.
And then we miss our cues.
Well,
But
thank
it's the
you.
truth. I mean, it's just, I don't know, Eric. I mean, it's nothing
It's
like
special. I mean, we grew up here, the Twin Spires, and it was the Kentucky Derby Festival, watching those events that made me want to live in Louisville, and to now sit front and center in front of the Twin Spires on an expertly crafted stage. It matters, and it means something, and it's special.
Well,
So.
we've all been talking about this for a year or more, and so now it's time to enjoy it.
Yeah.
The community has helped us get to this point, and what we do is really special, and I feel the same way as you all. Think of the thousands of Kentuckians that are employed through this way of living. It's part of our culture, and we all get to come together for the 150th. And so I think that I get teary-eyed as well. This
It's
is
a
really,
big
really
moment, and you
special.
all have done so much to prepare for it. We can't wait to kind of just open up the stage and welcome everybody in.
And
let's
they're
go.
off, as they say.
They're off.
They're
There we
off.
go.
They're real.
Right? All right. For more information, if you're excited about opening night, I mean, come on. You know you are. Get your tickets right now. Just go to KentuckyDerby.com.